Hey, welcome everyone. I'm going to be doing a large landscape once I get this gessoed here. What I did, I put a white and then a little bit of black gesso in the white to create this gray color. So it, because I want the whole painting to. Sometimes when you use white, you have to put like a lot of coats of gesso on there. So if you make the gesso darker, you only got to put one coat. So a lot of this I don't need to cover because this is going to be sky up here anyway. So the blue will be alright. A lot of it probably would have been okay if I just painted over it, but I didn't want any of the old painting to show through, so might as well. I'll go ahead and just cover it all. So how's everybody doing? This is going to be a cool landscape. I got it turned sideways because this canvas is a little longer than usual. It's got an extra 4 inches on the horizontal. Usually a canvas is usually only 4 inches wider than its the length is 4 inches longer than the width, but this one's 6 inches longer than the width, so that's why this is perfect for a landscape piece. All right, there we go. Man, I made gesso. Maybe let me see if I can find another canvas I could paint over while this is drying. Let me go get another one. Yeah, it's because I got a lot of gesso there. Yeah, I found an old face that this won't take long to dry, so I can start. This is a portrait that when I was practicing my portraits, I don't want it anymore, so we're gonna paint over it. I won't even have to do the whole canvas. I just got to get, I might have to, yeah, because it has a big gray spot will show up in the middle. So I have to do the whole canvas here. This dark color will be really nice for a landscape. It'll really make the colors look cool, having a dark undertone like this. Which we'll find out in a little bit with that big one. I'm working on a 3-foot by 3-foot landscape as we speak. This is I put a large amount of gesso in here. I didn't usually my gesso takes it eats it up, but when I put a little bit of black in there, it covers a lot easier now because you can actually see it. When just white, this would not have gone this far with just white gesso. So if you just joined in, I put a little black in my gesso so it covers a lot easier. And you can see you only need one coat of gesso. I guess I'm gonna have that. That's gonna have to go to waste, I guess. Unless I can find. Let me find one more. That way I'll have some to work on. There's a lot of paintings that you do, like this one here. I'll show you. I probably did this a year ago. This one, and I probably thought that was good back then, but so we're gonna paint over it. Yeah, we'll do the new style. Probably the new style landscape that I'm doing will go on here. That's you get better every day. You get better. And I've got so many paintings. I don't mind painting over an old one to create a new one. Because if I had this painting for a while, it didn't sell, so I'm sure I had it out there on the marketplace for a while, but there wasn't really much to it. A lot of these paintings I just did while I was doing live, so I would kind of rush through them. When I take my time, like if I have a commission, I take my time and really put some cool stuff in there. I design it a little better. Still got lots of gesso in here, so there was this cool picture I got of Batman. He's on a surfboard with a wave behind him. He's got his bat suit on, but he's got his yellow Bermuda swimsuit on. So I was thinking about doing that. That'd be kind of cool. Adam West as Batman. Let's see how this big one's doing. Pretty close. Pretty close. Okay, so let me put these other ones outside here. I'm going to do this one lengthwise this way. And then these two will be ready for later. I'll show you the big 3-foot piece I'm working on. I got it on the wall there. Look how big that thing is. This was part one. I'm still gonna do the mountains. Some trees down here. There's gonna be a birch tree. The main thing is gonna be a birch tree in the front here, filling up this side here. But man, that thing is huge. I kind of see a face in there already. Like an abstract face. There's the eye, the nose here, the chin. But I don't want to do any abstract stuff. It doesn't sell anyway, so I think this is ready to go. So I'm going to use this as, just clean this out. This plastic, this was all full of paint. You got to break it out. And I'm going to give this a try. I want to clean this out though. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Sorry, I should have been a little more prepared. I thought you might like seeing me getting ready here. Yeah, I'm doing good. Guys, I thought I'd put my whole let you guys see my whole process here of getting ready. I just found a bag of goodies here. Bag of art goodies. Oh, here I found something I could put this gesso in. I just don't want to make a mess. I think I got too many brushes in there. So if you haven't tried putting black gesso in your white gesso, you use way less. And plus it covers better. Covers way better. All right, here we go. So I'm going to use some blues. Do some blues. We'll do a little raw umber for the trees maybe. And white, of course. And I'm going to use this, it's ultramarine blue, but it has a little hint of green in it. And we got some hooker green. Hooker green, we got some yellow ochre. And I need some black. Got some yellow. There's black. Ah, man, this black always does this to me. Ah. I hate these lids on the Winsor Newton paint. Terrible. Unbelievable. This is what just happened. I'm being careful and then paint all over my fingers. Alright, so I'm missing one color, I think. I should get started. I'll think of it here in a second. Check this out. Maybe I'll lay this out. Let's try that. No, because then it'll be hard to cover the white. So I'm going to have a blue mountain. I'll have to mix up here, I guess. I didn't leave any spots open to mix, so it's all right. We'll see how it works. We'll do like a, for the mountain, like a bluish gray. Dark bluish gray. We'll go up pretty high here. It's going to be pretty cool. Pretty weird paint on like a grayish background. I think it'll be okay. some of the bottom here. This is acrylic paint. I don't like to use oil paint in the house. It stinks up the whole house. It'll smell like oil paint for a long time. Alright, so we'll have a big mountain there. I'm going to put another mountain in front with a darker blue. I mean a really dark blue here. It's so weird painting on this gray color. Just hoping it turns out. We're going to do this kind of like Impressionism. I'm not going to have much detail in here. Since it's a large painting, you don't really need much detail. Do 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 do. I'm going to put a little bit of white up here. Just so you can kind of see what I'm going to do with these mountains. Just to give you an idea. Something like that. And now down here we're going to put green. I got this hooker green here. We'll mix a little blue with it and a little white and get some terrain down here. Look at that color on top of that gray. That looks amazing. Maybe we'll put a little blue in here. Like some water. Maybe. this looking pretty cool, guys, for, I know it doesn't look like anybody's painting. We'll put a couple different tone green down here. I like that there. We'll add a little yellow ochre to it here. And we'll put some dark green down here. This is my undertone. Look at that. That looks so cool. I think I'm going to make my mountains a little bigger back there. What I mean by that, let me get a different brush. Let's try some white right now. So I want to cover there we go. I just made that bigger peak a little bit wider. That's all. So I gotta wait for this to dry up here before I can put my snow. Otherwise, it's just gonna soak in. So let me blend it down a little so it dries faster. Blend it all in so it dries for me. Yeah, I'm going to kind of make this water right in here. Let's do this. Whoops. I've got to take a day and clean my studio out, man. I want this water to start out there. Yeah, that looks cool. It's a little small lake in here. All right, well now you can see where the water's going to be. All right, let's do the sky. It's going to be light blue sky with some green in it. We'll use this really light blue. Check this out. We'll put some blue up here, but not fill the whole thing in. And wherever I don't put blue, we're going to fill those spots in with like a titanium white. All right, so we'll fill in the gaps now with white. Then I'll give the whole thing a good blending. You can already kind of see some clouds forming in there. I need a smaller brush. Doesn't that look cool? Some of that gray gesso is still wet under. put some blue in here. I'll do some blue streaks. Maybe I can create some clouds. Streaker clouds. All right, there's my sky. That looks pretty cool. I wanted a little bit more white around the mountain, but I gotta wait for this to dry. Some of the gesso is bleeding through here, making it gray. But there we go. Let me give it a quick blend. Soften up some of these clouds a bit. Wow, I got the whole thing covered already. Look at that, guys. Doesn't that look cool? Paint over. I really like that. It looks so different with that gray gesso underneath. All right, let's do some snow on the mountains real quick. Thanks for watching, everyone. Marianne, how's it going? Hope you're doing good. You ready for the holidays? Trying to get more light in here. Maybe if I turn this light on, it might create some glare a little bit. Maybe if I turn it a little. What is this? I think that was some water dripped on there. Alright, let me see what that looks like. Yeah, it looks better, more light. I like it. Cool. I'm gonna move this back a little so I can hand my iPad here. This is a big landscape. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good now. Cut out all that sugar in my life, and I started feeling good after that. I lost like 40 pounds. I don't know if you can tell. 40 pounds. My whole family says, "Oh, your face looks skinnier." Well, yeah, 40 pounds, that's a lot. It's a lot to lose. Well, use a brush up here. It's almost ready. So maybe I'll work on a little bit on the terrain while this is drying, then I'll do the mountain. You find a fan brush here. And we're going to use sap green with some, now this is hooker green with black. And I'm going to have, I don't want to do these yet because I'm going to put shading on all these mountains. So we'll put some bushes down here. Down on the water. Ba-da-ba. Ba-da-da-da-ba. Oh, you know what I do? We're going to try some blue for my trees here. See what it looks like. tomorrow after work I'm going to go get some new brushes. Might have to shut this off. There we go. It's not the best brush, but when it dries, it should look all right. I think the mountain's ready, so while that's drying, then I should be able to get all this done so I could do my bigger trees here. Let's put some snow on these mountains here. So I want to cover all this here with snow, this side here. Starting about right here. Just like that. And then this big peak, I'm going to have pretty much covered in snow. All the way down to here. Wow, that's looking good. And this one I'm going to leave gray right in here. Tie these in here. I think Ellie did this. She saw me doing the snow with a brush. A lot of times I'll use a knife, but this is pretty cool using a brush. So that dark color, I'm going to make a really light blue back here once I'm done with the snow up here. I like it. Now let me find the right light blue. The mountains. It's got to be a light blue. I think this will work. Need a smaller brush. There we go. Oh, I found a round tip brush. I usually don't use a round brush. Not bad. I need to add, I think, a little more blue to that. It's a little bit too light for me. Ba, ba, da, 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 ba. All right, there we go. Not bad. Not the best, but not the best, not the worst. I'll have to work on the snow a little more. I think it needs more of like a downward ball here. Singing I can't wait. Alright, I'll have to let it dry for a little bit and work it a little more. It's a lot of snow. Okay, on these, I don't want as much snow on these. There we go. That's about all I want down there. Doesn't that look cool? Alright. I'm going to use I have a water acrylic fan brush. Here it is. It's really thin. I'm going to use it to make my birch tree. We're going to have a birch tree right here. And I'll make it thicker with another brush. I want to use this to make the branches. Very cool. I like that. Do another one back here, a little smaller. I'm practicing these for that big one there that I'm doing the. Do like a Christmas tree here. Thanks for watching, everyone. All right, we'll see you later, Marianne. Have a good night. Hopefully I caught you left. I think I want to do a big tree over here, so put some color down here. I keep hitting my guitar there. I usually, this is the acrylic fan brush. It's not as thick, so it's hard to fill in the branches, but it came out alright. Not the best tree, but not the best tree. We'll put a few more trees here. Thinking I should have made these a little darker, I think. Let's do this. I think this will work. We'll just have some like blue color behind these trees. Yeah, that'll work. I like that idea. And I'll just do some over here. I'm not sure if I like this dark color now. I might have to highlight them all. Highlight them anyway, but do 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 do. All right, let me do my birch tree now. little wet. I gotta wait for it to dry. Still wet. Well, I'm not sure if I'm liking the color choices so far. I guess my eyes will get used to it. Do, 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 do. Hey, thanks for all the likes, guys. I appreciate that. See if I could mix a nice light blue color for this tree here. We'll put a little yellow in it. Yellow ochre. Whoops. Like a green. Maybe this will work on these back here. Yeah, I think that's the perfect color for back there. Maybe a little lighter over here. I thought it was going to be a little easier highlighting because he's a little bigger than what I usually do on smaller painting. I like that. Now I'm covering up some of that dark color. I'm trying to remember how I make it's a bluish green for these trees. And then it looks just like one of those blue trees. I think if just add dark blue to it like that. You know which trees I'm talking about? The blue spruce. The blue spruce tree. That's the color I want to put on here, so let me start over with blue. Blue, green, little white. A lot of white. I think that's it. Let's try it. Almost. I think it needs a little more blue, but getting there, guys. I'm gonna take a few minute break here. Let me put this in the front so we got a good view of it. A lot of work. I like how that tree came out though, over here. I don't know what happened to my mountain. It just kind of whited out. What's cool about acrylic paint, when it dries tomorrow, this painting will look really good. And then I could put more on the branches and put some light in there. Because if I try and put white on here right now, it's just going to soak in to the green. I think I want to put a log, like a dead tree right here. Let's see if I can do it. I'll put it in white, and then I'll darken up. Oh, maybe I can do my tree now. I'll do it with a knife. If I can find it. There it is. You know where I found, she's my little goose goose. Goose coop. All right. Kind of looks like a birch tree, huh? Gianni, how's it going? Good night, Marianne. I saw your name earlier, Giovanni, but it didn't click. Sorry, man. I see you in there. Thanks for watching. Trying to do a large painting today. I'm gonna do a knife painting. I've done knife paintings before, the whole thing. What's cool about knife paintings, you can really get all these little cool details in it, like that. My hair in here. I'm going to do some knife work on the mountain. I think it'll look more realistic. What time is it? I've been painting for a while. 8 o'clock. All right. Well, I got to go to work at 5 in the morning tomorrow. So I don't have to go to bed till 10, I think. Look at that. Look at that mountain now. That's what I needed, a little more light color up here. All right, now I'm starting to like it. I still have a lot of work to do down here. I'll probably have to finish it tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. I like my tree stump. It came out pretty cool. Ugh. This was supposed to be water in here, but it kind of, you know, I used a gray gesso on this, so it was blue. It soaked into the gray gesso. So I'm not sure if I should change that back to blue. Maybe I can run a little water out of there. Bring it down here like a little stream or something. Let's try it. Doesn't hurt to try. We'll use a light blue color. look like a little pond or something. All right, I like that. We'll put some trees or some bushes on the back side there. A little darker. Yeah, that's what it was supposed to be. And then once my water turned gray, I kind of lost the whole lake. We'll run some water out of here. It's painting. I'm not sure if I like all the colors. Might not be working together right, but you know what I noticed with landscapes, if you stick with like a few different colors, then they tend to look better. Like a blue and a green. They don't add too much colors to it. It looks just like Washington here, Seattle. It really does. It looks like Discovery Park. The Puget Sound. That's what it looks like. All right. I guess nobody likes landscapes anymore. You know what I should do? I should get a Bob Ross wig and act like Bob Ross. This is acrylic paint, though. Bob Ross used oil paint. I kind of like it. Pretty big painting. Alright, well I'm going to finish this one tomorrow, guys. Thanks for watching. Here's the big one I'm working on. It's tomorrow I'm going to finish, do day 2 on that one. That one is 3 feet by 3 feet. I just put down the main colors underneath. It's a big one. This one's not too small either. It's looking pretty good. All right, have a good night, everyone. See you, Giovanni.